Hello and welcome back to Kyoto Colorful Days. And we're going back to where we last left off, namely at what might be the cliffhanger of this novel play. So, let's put this to bed, shall we? As time passes, last time, remember, Madoka had herself a unwanted company from a would-be stalker. My character came in, somewhat saved the day on both counts. One caused a bad ending, one did not. But still, the end result is that she's safe and she feels a whole lot better after having dealt with the stalker issue. So now we move on to what might be the finale of this novel play. The next day, I've come to the airport with Ken and Madoka to take the last flight of the day.
君が来て1週間ちょっとやな。なんや、あっという間に過ぎた気がするな。
Madoka looks up at me with reddened eyes. I feel guilty that there's a part of me that's slightly pleased to think she's been crying over me. I'll come back to Japan again one day, and when I do, the first thing I'll do is come and see you both.
私はついでやないのか
But ain't always the way, Ken. No, of course not. I falter low as I respond to his teasing.
私ずっと京都にいますから。またいつかあなたと会う日までずっとこの町にいます。そしていつかあの言葉の続きを聞かせてくださいね。
You know I will. She smiles as she says it. That same gentle smile as the first time I met her. Arigatou gozaimasu. I bow my head deeply and then turn to the ticket gate. It's only a temporary parting. I don't know when it'll be. But I'm sure I'll return to Japan. Japan's a foreign land where the culture, way of thinking, everything's different. But the bonds I've formed here will call me back. Goodbye, Japan. Until the next time. You know, I could have easily finished that off real quick, but that's the normal one. Uh-huh. So actually there's more to it than that. So from what I'm saying, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Okay, so I am quite curious. You know what? It's not going to be a final episode. Got a niggling feeling if I do this over. I doubt there's like various endings, but there's a bad ending and a normal ending. I'm not sure about anything else other than you would have to play this 3 times in order to get the best ending. So instead of me trying to play this over, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to share with you what I thought about this. I also like it. Even though it basically took you through a whole week in Kyoto. And besides that, you have only 2 choices to go with. Madoka and Akane. Now, I'm pretty sure if I went the Akane route, I really would have gotten like a little bit more to her story compared to Madoka's. Not like I don't like Madoka. I found Madoka's storyline, very interesting because it does face a problem that Japan actually has, which is stalking. And it still is, like I said in the last part, it still is a problem in which technically you're basically stuck in, basically it's a problem that not every person can get away from because, oh hey, this is what happens. So it's kind of like this. You can never actually be safe with stalkers. I've heard stories about what they managed to do and what they're, what they possibly do. But moving on. Like I said, what I thought about this novel play was, for the fact that you're staying for 5 days, you're practically staying for a whole week. In which there should have been more to it than just you staying there for 5 days. At least you stay for a whole week. Now it almost reminded me of other Japan style games like Tokyo School Days, and Gogo Gogo Nippon. It reminds me of those two. But the difference between Gogo Nippon and Tokyo School Days is that Gogo Nippon was basically like a road trip across Japan with actual sights from Japan. Whereas Tokyo School Days was more like, it was more text, not text, but trust level. Like if you said the wrong thing, this will drop this, this will drop here to this character, this will raise to this character, It's basically like, which is the right choice. Kyoto Colorful Days, however, is more like, let me see. If you chose this, what would happen if you say, I'll go here? Or if you said you went this route. And you went this route. Because it gave you a lot of choices where, the story will branch to where you either go with Akane or Madoka. But you know what? I'm pretty sure if I went through the same thing, it's like you either stay here or you go home. I'd say for what it was worth to go home. It didn't say I'm going home but I'm coming back. That sounds like what happened to me. Because the same thing happened to me when I went to Japan. I went home only because I needed to take a visit from the doctor. I needed to go to the doctor because I just needed a checkup. That's the only reason why. And then I went back as soon as I got the okay to do so. But then things turned ugly when I came back, and I learned the truth about what happened, what went on. And the rest is history. But playing games like these just remind me that there were better times. There were so many better times than, what I remembered when I went to Japan. So you know what? I think I'm okay with this. Because really, I don't really have to go both routes. You've already seen the credits and whatnot. They're playing that in the opening, so there's no real reason for me to actually go through the same route, because, like I said, you're just going through 5 days, and you don't know what you're going to do. It's like, what if you went here? What if you went here? It still would say, the way it was, like, you're not going to pursue, it's like this. It's more like the game lets you pursue this character more than this character. Because that's what it seemed like. The whole thing was, you're going to end up pursuing this character. Because you have two choices, but it seemed like the game was lenient towards you going towards this character because she has more depth as a character. Madoka had more character depth than, say, Akane. Or maybe Akane had more character depth than, Madoka. One will never know, because the branch that happened oh, you can go this way. Because you were either going to do one of three things. Either get a job. I mean, that was the whole purpose of coming to Kyoto. That was the whole purpose of the character's modus operandi. Basically, he wanted to get a job there, and he had 5 days. So for that 1 week, he basically spent time being in two people's lives. So technically, you're going this route and this route. And the entire time you're wondering, okay, so what do I do? But then again, like I said, I don't really think I need to really do a second route. Even though part of me saying, you should do a second route. I'll leave that up to... You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll leave it up to you guys. If you want me to take the second route and see where that goes, I'll do it. But if not, then we consider the matter closed and then we can move on with something else. But with that said, though, I hope you have enjoyed this novel play as much as I have been going through it twice in a row, showing there being a bad end and a good end, or a normal end. I'm not entirely sure if there's a best ending, and I'm not willing to try it out. Like I said, I leave it to you guys as a moment of viewer interest. If not, well, at least I'm throwing it out there just in case if, I happen to get some feedback for this novel play. But for now, I think this will do for the novel play section of my channel. I'd like to thank you for joining me every session I can make out of these videos. And if you find anything interesting, please subscribe. Hell, leave a message on my channel page. I check regularly, so therefore you can drop me a line or or a request you'd like to see me do in the future. Otherwise, we're done with this. So, that said, I have been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi, and this was the novel play of Kyoto Colorful Days. So with that said, we're done with this. Doesn't she look like she came out of East? Like she's Fina or something, Maybe that's just me. But anyway, I'll see you next time for more of whatever I feel like doing. So until then, take care, God bless. See you next story. And Senpai's blessing to you all, and Tenkai Muso.